Okay, so I'm going to put some smooth threads around her periorbital area, so just under her eye and on the side of her eye. She has had some filler in the past, which the filler gives some bulk and support and lifts up the tissue, and the threads do something a little bit different. They can support also, but they're more superficial. So what they do is provide a little structure on the surface. They remodel the collagen on the surface and stimulate collagenesis on the surface. So they really, really help with this area and the texture of the surface. So even though it's good to support on a deeper layer, we also want to sometimes support on a more superficial layer. Also, they won't have that tindle effect, and so there's no risk of like the blue hue or any problems with the when you can get like a superficial light reflection of hyaluronic acids. So the smooth threads do, and they do, you know, they instantly look better, but then over time they dissolve and collagen kind of grows in its place, and that can last for a year or longer. And these are cannula threads. So I have to make a place for them to so that they can get into the skin, because it's just this tiny little needle, but it's blunt on the end. So like I usually will put anywhere between 5 to 10 on each side. And so I do have to make little tiny insertion points, but I like to use the blunt threads, and this is a twisted thread, so there's actually 2 threads on one cannula, so it's called a screw. And what it does is it just, that's double the fabric in there, so, okay. My phone never rings, except when I'm doing this. I'll talk to you right now. You can kind of see it kind of tunneling under the surface. So I'm just going to put a few through this region to help with this little fold. This little resistant fold right here. And so some people will line these up like this. Sorry. Okay. So some people will line these up like this, and really it's more for effect. It does hurt a little bit more to leave them in. But if you ever see that there's a bunch of little ends sticking out like that, it's kind of a, you don't have to, they can go in individually and you get the same effect. So, okay, let's see.